Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Salute.
Salute,
Brother.
salute, salute.
Oh yeah, salute, 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 man. What's up, man? We are back, man. This is a live stream, man. This your host, Key Norfolk, man. This the Nation One Love podcast show. We apologize about having to reset the stream last night, man, but we are back. This is the build, man. With Key Norfolk, Brother Nasir, the enemy's public. Salutes and much respect to you, my brother. And salutes to my brother, man, T. Wriggles, man. Y'all gonna see him a lot, man. This is my honorary co-host, T. Wriggles, man. Make sure y'all support all the channels. Make sure y'all post y'all links. Salutes. Much love and respect.
Salute, peace, peace, peace.
Salutes, man. Much love and respect. The build, I had three primary topics. I know we don't have that much time, but I wanted to speak on uh the condition of our people as a whole, and I wanted to speak on um, you know, interracial dating, and I also wanted to speak on um, you know, artificial intelligence versus human intelligence. And I'll go back and change the titles later. But good brother Nasir, I know you don't have that much time. So if you want to, pick the topics apart and elaborate for the time that you have for the people, it'll be greatly appreciated. Salute.
Um, which one you want to start with, brother?
Well, we can start with the condition of our people as a whole.
Oh,
And some of the
easy.
things, that you feel are issues with our people, because we have a lot of issues that we need to deal with amongst ourselves before we start looking outside of our situation to try to find solutions. I know you already know where I'm coming from. We had these talks daily. So the condition of our people, and then some of the things that some people may see as a cause for condition of our people, and some of the things that are causes of the conditions of our people, basically just to set the record straight. And my reason for having artificial intelligence versus human intelligence, because that's just gonna put the icing on the cake to kind of show why we at where we at right now. And I'm gonna give you the floor. Salute, good brother.
Well, you know how I feel, brother. We are a imperfect people expecting perfection, and we love to. We're very critical of each other. I always ask those of us who are critical of others and are quick to point out someone else's shortcoming. The question I ask is, would one of us really get on these platforms and really truly tell us what their shortcoming is with truth, with emphatic truth? How they would do somebody else's shortcoming? Would they give that truth about themselves? And I think not. You know, we have to stop judging others how we see ourselves if we're self-hating. If you hate yourself and you think you're worthless, don't look outside yourself and see somebody else like that. Be worthless by your damn self. And not think everybody around you is worthless because you see yourself like that. Because we already in a dire condition. We're in a dire condition. And it's not the faults of other people no more. That's gone. It's the way we treat each other. We can't say, peace, my brother, and don't mean it. If I say peace to you, that means I have no intentions of harming you
That's
physically
right.
or verbally.
I
I have,
want to ask you a question, good brother. So can we say that? Have you seen a lot on YouTube where, a lot of brothers will come into the room because of one thing about this YouTube thing is, this is a lot of grown people's PlayStation. They talk about how they spend a lot of money on their children for PlayStation prizes and gifts and stuff, and how much time they spend in it on it. But when you sending somebody money, that's equivalent to buying video games and different skins and stuff. And I want to really show a correlation with this. So could you really say that you've seen brothers on different platforms come amongst each other and say the word peace, and they're not really be peace? So would you say they have a whole nother agenda in mind? You
yes, I
know,
do.
yes, sir.
When they say peace, it's not necessarily PEACE, it's PIECE. They want a piece of the action. They want to get up here and do their spill and want to be this look at me as Negro.
Mm,
Look what I know more than everybody else. I'm
mm.
going to come up on the platform and I'm going to say that's cap. I'm going to undermine everybody's thinking and I'm going to intellectually masturbate in front of everybody.
Mm.
I'm going to, get off by undermining the next brother's thinking.
Woo, man. I really
That's
want to second that, man, because a lot of dudes, they either pitching or receiving when it comes to this. And I like how you just put that intellectual masturbating, because they either doing a screwing or getting screwed. And I'm looking at this in a mental and a spiritual aspect, not much so much as physical, but you submit to your mind. So when you come into a atmosphere such as this platform, we're all able to connect with each other through our energy. Our energy is
yes, sir.
a outreach of who we are. So when people look at this, like, it's not really real. Like, you're really showing who you are and where you're from. Like, how you think about the people who really come up with trying to be a character, and come in this atmosphere and have a roguish agenda. I call it roguish because if you're not here for the message, then you're here for the mess age. And I'm gonna give it to you, good buddy.
And you're right. It is roguish because they're not coming to give, they're coming to take, and let's take the energy, brother. A roguish person is looking to steal something, looking to take, and not offering you nothing. So I agree with that sentiment. And as far as the characters, people have their it's all about monikers because people have their different personalities and their characteristics. We're all characters, but when somebody come over here being we have characters and we have what I would call cartoon characters, you know
Mm,
jokes. They want to come up and be the class clown wherever they go and don't take a damn thing serious and it's about I know what we do when we get on the platforms. It's not about when we entertain, we don't mean entertain as far as like mindless entertainment. Entertain, when
right.
we say entertain, means that we're paying attention to you, that type of entertain.
That's right. And
You know
we're
what I'm
gonna
saying?
make sure that we information with our information so that we're giving the people something to not only just to grasp their attention, it's something that can be tangible. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they just want to find something to just create a shock value with the people so they can get their attention for a whole nother reason. It's like a sleight of hand trick. This shit that magicians do. See, I want to expose a lot of these brothers that's on here who are coming at certain individuals about certain aspects of their life. See, what we all got to realize is we all black folks just chilling. I don't give a fuck. Excuse my language. I don't care if you're a Christian. I don't care if you're a Muslim. I don't care if you or if you in the military. I don't care if you're a police officer. We are all a scarred people. So what we all need to do is try to find a solution to heal our wound, not keep picking at the scab. It's never going to heal that way. See, a lot of people get on this YouTube and they call this scholarship. They want to go back and they want to talk about things from 300 to 400 years ago to try to show you that they know something that you don't know. But the thing is, that's why the past keep repeating itself, because all we do is keep digging up the past. You don't know nothing else. You don't have a mind to produce nothing for the future.
You
So
know,
how you feel about that, good brother?
you know, learning about what happened is a good thing, but we can't stay there. And those of us who like to stay there is because when it comes to the future, that's something that you have to work towards. Anybody who don't want to do work is going to reach back because there's no work in reaching back past, just merely looking back. That's the only, work in looking back. But as far as the future, that requires you to get up off your ass. And a lot of people don't want to get up off their ass because they're content with sitting around and just talking about what happened instead of making something happen right now. I always ask, okay, for the past, since I've been around, certain people, it's been this identity crisis. It's been an identity crisis. And it seems as if we got established who we are. Now, what we are going to establish as who we are, what we're going to do as who we are. We need some power as who we are because what people are going to say in their think tanks, who are we disrespecting today? What are they calling themselves? Because I don't care what we call ourselves. If we don't got no power, they're going to disrespect that too. It's
That's
about us.
right.
It's about
That's
us
right.
being, like you said, information. That
With
means
our information.
that means rank and file.
See,
Information.
we got a lot of people out here, and I got love for everybody. All different schools of thought was needed for us to get to where we at. But
Yes, sir.
when we start doing things as far as, well, I'm gonna show how we're better than you. Like, I want to give a call to the Aboriginal community. I want you brothers to take the intelligence that you have and assert that to the wholeness of the movement for our people. Don't take the Aboriginal community and then shit on all the Christians, shit on all the Muslims, you shit on all the other people where you're taking a sense of pride ignorantly.
I
Okay,
can't.
because guess what? If we gonna call ourselves all Indians today with the display that we put forth amongst the people, they just gonna call us those ignorant ass Indians.
Yeah,
Okay,
those
so let's
Indians,
be information with our information.
those Indians who refuse to unite if their lives depended on it. They won't unite and do a damn thing collectively. Got a whole bunch of thinking and thinkers who's not doing nothing collectively. So with all the information that we have collectively, we can't pull those resources.
We can't pull them,
Resources.
good brother. We're
It means
so brilliant and we're so compacted with gifts. We always say how gifted our people are.
we
And how
harbor
but
the gifts.
how we behind though. And T Riggers, I'm a fall back because I know the good brother don't got that much time, but we got movies, we got books, we got teachings, we got stories, we got all that. But the first thing you niggas do is come on this platform and try to belittle the next man, or not meet somebody where they at,
This-
or you want to show how smart you are.
That's the culture. That is the actual culture, brother. You know, you know what I call it, bro. That is, I call it intellectual mass debating. They debate. Everything's a damn debate. Intellectually mass debating. You can't have a conversation without somebody. It's and I wish they would stop calling it a build, bro. Because if you're tearing somebody down, you're not building. So stop calling it a build. Call it what it is.
True.
It's not a build. I know what building is. Now, most of these cats that call themselves building on these platforms couldn't go to an actual cipher and build. They get rolled out because they'll come in now cipher. That's how they'll come in now cipher, interrupting the
Mm.
build. Especially some niggas, they come up and they talk about they get tired of hearing what the bill's about. They want to come and change the conversation. Negative. That's not how you build. Whatever the conversation is, I've heard people come on people's platform expecting them to change the whole dynamic of their conversation to what they want to talk about. No, if you want to talk about something, fire your own stream up and talk about that, and let it resonate who it would resonate with. But we don't even know how to conversate with each other, and we call
Mm.
that building. Really, that's why, brother. I may go up and say peace to certain people because I have respect for them, but I can't be a part of no buffoonery, no foolishness. I
That's
can't be,
right.
brother.
Right.
I gotta stop saying peace and power to everybody, because with the frame of mind that a lot of you niggas have, I'm talking to you in the best way that I can, and not the people on the panel. I know they listening. So there ain't no peace. I got my sword out because I didn't come for to try to bring the people around me. So even with this interracial thing, I'm gonna put this into play, right? It's a lot of our people who don't have our best interests in mind because it's always a competition thing. It's a
Brother,
lot of people using our race for the wrong reasons. I know guys right now who not messing with a white woman right now. They done mess with them when it was convenient for them, but now they'll get around a group of people and be like, oh yeah, sister, I only mess with black sisters. And these sisters don't know that you done screwed with plenty of interracial people in your life. But then we'll come on YouTube and try to shadow ban another brother and have some secrets undercover at the same time. That makes sense.
well,
Yeah.
I really don't get into that type of talk because that is somebody's privacy, and it belongs there. You know what I'm saying? If
Mm.
I'm speaking to a brother and we're talking about doing something collectively on behalf of our people, that's what we're going to do. What that brother do when he go home to his woman, that's on him and his woman. That's not my business. I don't get into that. Whoever she is, and
Mm.
I was told by a wise man, a very wise man. Don't ever try to come between two people who really care for each other and love each other. If you do, if you care about that person, you're going to lose that person that you care about because you cannot come between them if they don't allow you to. So
That's a fact.
leave that alone. Leave them alone. Leave that alone, and let them live their lives the way they want to live it.
I,
And if that's your friend, if that's your brother, accept who that brother and that friend is.
I got one more question, and then T Wriggles. What after my question, man? You take over with your questions because the brother don't got that much time. Salutes to
Right, right.
everybody. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Please like, share, and subscribe. Support the channel, brother Nasir. So we have this interracial thing. No matter about how anyone feels about it, I want to ask your opinion on this. So we have a lot of men who say they only date black women, so-called black women, and they're making a mockery of the men who don't date so-called black women. But in your relationships that you had with black women, brother Nasir, and I overstand your sentiment. You've married the women you've been with and made families and homes with them, right?
I've been with my wife for decades, brother.
So my question is, when we have black men who are only screwing black women, they're not marrying them, they giving them babies, they leaving them, and then so how much more of a problem do you think that is than a brother who dating out? I just want to hear both of you guys' opinion on this.
That's a big problem, and and a brother, that brother should really stay out of people's personal affairs and worry about what he's doing, and get himself straight, because if you're not making her an honest woman, whoever you're with, you don't have the right to talk about what the next man is doing. Especially, okay, you got a brother who's being responsible, and he has a family with someone who is not, quote unquote, a sister. Leave him and her alone, because they have a family. It's a family unit, and you're out here, you don't have a family unit, and you're talking about, oh, I only mess with. Yes, you're messing with her. That's what you're doing. Listen to the wordplay. I only mess with. Who you gonna take serious? That's my question. When and who are you going to take serious? Being that you said
Well,
you
I was,
only mess with, are you going to get with somebody else and take that person serious? But you only mess with our sisters.
I remember having a conversation with some of the brothers down in LA. Lived in Compton, and this topic came up, and basically I said, so you're telling me if a brother's got the solution to all of our problems, y'all not gonna listen to him because he's not dating a black woman? No, T, we're not. No, you can't say, you can't talk about us black folks, even if you do have a solution and able to solve all of our problems. Since you're with such and such, man, black people, we're not gonna listen to you. And I sat back and said, wow, that's really deep to say that.
That's ignorant.
That you're not,
Call that
not,
that's ignorant.
so yeah, it was very shocking to hear the brothers say that, because we've been friends for a long time. And so if I had the solution, guys, you wouldn't do it, or you wouldn't follow, or you wouldn't abide by it. Nah, T, because you're not with a black woman. And I threw my hands up to that, and I land right there.
I'm going to keep stressing this. If a brother come among us and he have something tangible for our people, it's what as per, I had the conversation with Bro Sanchez a few weeks ago, and we were talking about auditing. Okay, he asked me about the Scientology thing and the Nation of Islam, and I made it known emphatically that the Nation of Islam never merged with Scientology. They just use a technique called auditing. So you're telling me, okay, a technique means that you merge with the group? No, it doesn't. But if somebody offers something that's tangible to the people that work and is good for the people because of who it came from, you shouldn't deny it because of who it came from. It's like, you know, somebody Caucasian tell the truth and you don't accept it because it came from a Caucasian. That don't make sense. The truth is supposed to resonate no matter who it came from, no matter who the truth come from. You know, you sell yourself short having a one-track mind. You sell yourself short. If you got a one-track mind, that means you only know one route. But it's many routes. It's many routes to one area, brother. Many routes.
Yeah.
If I went to New York, I could take Route 22. I could take the Turnpike. I could take Route 1. I could take many Route 80. I could take many routes, 440, many routes to New York, brother. Some shorter than the others. But a lot of people have one-track minds. And they don't, you know, they don't give their minds, they don't allow their minds to expand when it comes to knowledge. And most of them have branch knowledge. It's branch knowledge. You can see the branches, but I'm with the root, bro. I like getting to the root.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
you know
what a branch came.
Yeah, because you know, Brother Nasir, I don't think, as we spoke before about this topic here, you know, a brother being with Chinese, white, Mexican, it's not really a problem. It's not affecting us, like as a whole. Like you're not losing any money, you're not losing property, you're not losing life, right? But I think that one of the main concerns, what does hurt us, if we're talking about any type of relationship is, as we spoke before, hey, some of the backdooria down low brothers,
Yeah, we need to be talking about them.
You know what,
You know,
though,
we
brother?
need to be
that's
talking about the
affecting.
down low brothers. And
Brother,
when a baby's born into a family and that baby's mixed, no black person comes and says, "Oh man, look at that white baby." But most people in a white family come and say, "Oh, damn, it's a black baby." The white grandfather get mad, but guess what the black people do? Man, that old mixed ass baby, man. See, sometimes you gotta recognize when you the problem.
Let me tell you something. You know, when we I lost my chain of thought.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, good brother. I just
when
because
we really lack understanding, brother.
Comprehension.
That's what
comprehension skills.
We lack understanding.
And
and we like things our way, and a brother or a sister, if they are with who they want to be and that person is treating them right, I mean, I was told by the minister, don't get involved in that.
But that's real though, and that's true, because see, a lot of people say, man, why the media keep playing with our emotions? Because they know you're emotional. You're gonna play with your own emotions. They know as long as we make you feel good, you cool. We ain't got to give you no money. We ain't got to give you your 40 acres, your fucking mule. Do nothing for you as long as we make you feel good. As long as we praise you and tell you that, hey man, you was once a king, your ass gonna be cool with that shit until you die. And we keep slaving you over and over again. What are we doing? That's called insanity. Am I
What's
am I lying or am I telling the truth?
You're telling the truth? What's that
The truth.
point you made? That last point you made, T. Riggles.
Oh, the what's more affecting us as a whole, you know, with down low brothers, that
Before that, the point you made before that, that triggered something in me. But I lost my chain of thought. I had an elder moment. Put it that way. Elder moment.
I be having elder moments too. Then, if that's the case.
We all have them. Then
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I be having them too because I be having so much on my mind, and no matter what's on my mind, primitively, my like you said, the core, brother, the core is the soul.
yes, sir.
So, I come from the soul, from physically you say it's the heart, but it's really deeper than the heart. It's really my soul. I come from my soul within. So, these surface level things, that's why I say I can meet people where it's at. I don't have a tattoo on my body. Only mark on me you're gonna see it was a scar when I fell out of a tree. It may be a stab wound or something, or I fell or something, but I don't have a tattoo on my body. But I don't go around saying, man, look at all these people with tattoos and woo de woo. Even though I understand sound frequency and vibration, and I know these tattoos leave a stain on your brain. See, it
Mhm.
get deep. See, I can push this type of rhetoric, but I don't because I understand that, hey, all of us are just black people just chilling. But then we come into an intellectual space, so as far as black YouTube, and then there we go trying to discredit it and cut each other when if we just overstood that together we'll be a force to be reckoned with. Us
Yeah,
together is what we keep saying that we can't get. We just won't do it. See, the Indians didn't disappear. All the Indians just turned to the chiefs. So
yep.
so ain't no more Indians there. You know what I'm saying?
Start their own
Mhm.
tribe.
Yeah, yeah,
Everybody just start their own
yeah,
tribe, brother.
yeah, yeah.
And
And
that's
that's
insane. That's
as
insane, bro. That's insane.
I think the point I made the other point was, if I had a solution to the problem, just because if I don't have a black woman on my hip, no one's going to listen or follow the real answer or the solution to the problem. But I also look at things like this, that for me, I take the Dr. King route here. I'm judging and looking at the inside, the character, because if you don't have this vibe, if you don't have this view of minds, or what's one of the rules I would have? Do unto others as you want done unto you. Very simple, and if you can't vibe with that, well, then, you're not part of my tribe, so I can't really roll with you. So I look at things in that manner. And so,
That's
especially when we're speaking about, gentlemen,
that's the
especially when,
that's the golden rule, brother
right,
T.
right, it's the golden rule, real
Do unto
simple
others
rule.
as you have them do unto you. And when it comes to when you come and say peace, or you call somebody your brother, when you call somebody your brother, you're supposed to want for your brother what you want for yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
But and I say this like I say that like that because if you want for your brother what you want for yourself, if you
Mm,
are out here seeking to do any type of harm to your brother, you must want that for yourself.
mm, yeah,
Right,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You must want
yeah.
that for
right.
yourself. So, but a lot of we have to change
We
the way we behave towards each other. We got to change that.
we got to, brother, because you know what? And see, I hate to use this, but I'm gonna use it because it's more universal for everybody to know. See, Jesus, and I'm using this as an example. because it's universal. So I'm not pushing Christian. Don't start the bullshit with me now. Uh, Jesus hanging on a cross, right? That wasn't the worst part of him dying. This the shit that got started when they
How we
was
got
talking. The talking start. See, the assassination of his character is what killed him.
how we got there is what's
How
the
we
bad
got
part.
there.
That's
See, a
right.
lot of people will be mad, talking about, man, damn, man, you know what? I stabbed your tires on your car, man. You know, I apologize for it. But I ain't mad about that. I'm mad because you stabbed my tires on your car because you
What,
felt like I owed you money you ain't worked for. You see
what
what
they
I'm
say
saying?
though, brother?
You see what I'm saying?
But what did Jesus say when he was on that cross?
Hey, forgive them because they don't know what they do.
And he
And
said,
T. Rigger,
"Why have thou forsaken me?"
why you rise up forsaken me?
That's how he got there. The
Look,
people forsake him.
forsaking them T Riggers. We was on the
mm,
phone with, look, man, this is a true story. We was on the phone with my cousin the other day, and I just felt like something come out of her. Like, wait a minute, I ain't even look at her like her no more. And I know that mess T Riggers head up, but I'm like, yeah, that's just how I am, bro. You know, if I say I'm gonna kill you 3 times, I want you dead mentally, physically, and spiritually. When the spirit came up out of her, I had to kill it. So nobody else knew what was going on, but the spiritual people was able to pick up. And they was like, damn, man, what was up with your cousin? I was like, hey, my cousin ain't had nothing to do with it. But that damn spirit that came out of her talking right then, I had to kill that bitch.
mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and something that Brother Nasir mentioned earlier, about the peace thing, because I love to say a much love to you, because I wanna spread love, and our words are very powerful. You know what I'm saying? So I say a much love to you, so that love can come right back to me. Do you feel me? And
Yes,
anything different than that, well, I'm not gonna rock with you right now. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to me, being having this revolutionary mind and thinking is that we have a mental problem here, and one of these mental problems here is just not being able to love one another and
yes,
respect one another. Like, that's majorly important here.
yes, sir.
And I laugh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And like the brother said earlier, the brother said, "We won't do it. We won't." When you don't do something, when you need it when you know it
Mm,
needs to be done and you won't do it, you
mm.
know what this says about us as a people? We know what need to be done, but won't do it.
They got us conditioned, good brother. They got us to the point to where we won't help each other because we say, well, I ain't gonna help you, but long as I ain't hurting you, that's cool. So we'll form these relationships with people that will actually not hurt you, but they ain't gonna help you either. They gonna sit back and say, well, my fight, your fight, your fight. But then they'll sit up and say, man, all black people, these black dudes is having sex with white women. And ain't no black unity. Well, you won't even help a black person. Matter of fact, you got a brother who probably sleeping outside or on some fucking lady's couch that he don't even know. And you niggas will treat a dog better than your family. I don't want you nowhere near me.
Yeah, I mean
Stay away from me, please. And I'm keeping my cool, but I mean everything I'm saying.
I
And
second
it's
that.
crazy.
I don't want nobody who are self-hating around me because I know because they're gonna look at me how they look at themselves.
But they'll say that because a brother got a lady of another race, that's self-hating. Your brother is yourself, and you ain't even helping your damn brother. You buying coats and jackets and tilapia dog food for your damn dog. That's $50 a bag. And you got a brother who's struggling, and you say a person hate themselves because of who they choose to have a family with. That person didn't choose to have a family with that person because of their race. That person chose to have a family with them because that was the best situation that suited that person and a family. Let's
People
talk
click
about
with
it.
people click with who they click with. You meet somebody, you click with that person, and you get to know that person, and you dig that person, and that's what it is. That's how that happens, and that's something that nobody should try to come between.
Mm.
No,
You know,
That's
that's
right.
to me that's a no-no. And I was told that by the minister several times. Don't do that.
That's right, good brother. Hey,
mm,
Alchemical Talks, salute. Aaron Berry, salute, man. Welcome to the channel. Salute.
Well, my
Go
brother,
ahead, brother.
I have to go, good brother, because
Okay, good brother.
it's kind of late, bro. But I had
Man,
to.
I appreciate the time you brought. Man, everything was fire. We right on point because now we're gonna go into human intelligence versus artificial intelligence with T. Riggles and salutes to you, good brother. You know, man, I appreciate you always, bro. Much love and respect.
Much love, honor, and respect, brother. Keep Norfolk, brother T. Wriggles, and we're gonna have to revisit these topics of conversation, brother. We have to revisit this because it has to be hammered in their head. I mean, you know our people, brother. We've been through a lot, and we gotta be patient with our people. you know, as if we haven't, but that's not.
right, right, right,
That's
right.
right.
You gotta be
That's
patient
right.
with our people because we've been hit in the head and put to sleep, brother.
Yeah.
So you woke up. We woke up and we still dizzy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. Our knees are weak right now. You know.
Still dizzy.
Right. You
Pupils
know,
that dilate yet. So
the
yeah,
old
yeah.
ladies be screaming, "Wake up, dry bones!"
yes, man. Dry bones in the
Yeah.
valley, brother.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
peace, my brothers.
Peace and
And much
power, good
love to you.
brother.
Power.
Salute. Salute.
Salute.
Hey, man, I appreciate the brother Nasir, the enemy's public. Make sure you put your channel link in the chat. Man, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. We're gonna be showing more support for each other and pushing each other's channel. Shout out to the people who couldn't be here tonight, but to proceed with the program, my brother, good brother T. Riggle, salute, man.
Mhm.
We've been talking about artificial intelligence versus human intelligence. There's been a lot of talk about artificial intelligence, and there's been a lot of breakthroughs when it comes to artificial intelligence. This was brought upon the people as a hook, line, and sinker, to
Mm.
hook the people in and get the people, um, you know, dependent upon artificial intelligence. What's
Yeah.
your thoughts about artificial intelligence, man? Because I know you was telling me a lot of good assets that come with artificial intelligence. So I want to allow you to be able to bring some of those points, and then I also know that you said you had a change of heart too. So if you don't mind doing so, I'll relinquish the mic, bro. You can take the floor. Salute.
Yeah, because in the beginning, I thought, you know, the AI. Oh my God, it's the end of the world here. You know what I mean? That we're going computerized. But then as I, continued on, I don't really use AI, but I'm following and keeping track of this, and it does have some benefits and it does have some negatives. I watched 7 years ago. I watched a documentary, and this was kind of weary here, and follow me. See where see where I'm going with this, right? Where the documentary was saying about the AI, that AI is starting to write its own programs and sealing it in a box to where
Mm,
no one could access this. And I was like, what? So really AI's taking over like that? Right? Right? Paranoia is kicking in, but as we moving forward, right? I'm seeing that now this is crazy, right? To even mention or even talk like this, Key, right? But now that people are saying here that your AI can go through an awakening, like a spiritual awakening, like the AI, you can wake your AI all the way up to actually now tell you some of the secrets or unknown things here. And I thought that was extremely intriguing. So right now I'm 50-50. I'm right in the middle of this whole AI thing.
And so what I want to do is, right, I want to speak on that because um you know, I see that quality in it too, my brother. And you know, but that's the reason, that's what makes AI not well, should I say it makes it I'm trying to use the right choice of words here. That's what makes AI disingenuous.
Mm,
Okay, I'm gonna use that word because see, AI is not doesn't know everything that's going on. AI intrudes on your privacy to
mm,
learn you, right?
right.
AI intrudes on the privacy of everything to learn it. And AI takes a collective of its knowledge from everything and then it gives you a complete truth. So it's
Mm,
not like AI is God. We're trying to make like AI is God. AI is God to soulless people
mm,
because AI scans the brain, right?
mm,
See, a true um, person who wants to obtain knowledge. See, the real masters and real wizards are saying, man, I'm trying to locate the soul. I'm trying to trap the soul. But they've done that. And guess what? There's only a hole there. See, the pineal gland is not actually, it's not actually a gland there. It's an empty space.
right.
It's a seat. It's a seat
Mm,
where the light sit. That's the throne of God.
mm, mm.
You follow me?
I'm following you.
That's where your little man sit. Your little man who's your big man sit right there.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's the control booth. So your mind is your spirit because they say psychological issues, psyche is spirit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's yeah, it becomes mind, spirit, body, soul.
Right.
See, your spirit is your character, which is characteristics that you bring from, your spirit tribe, your soul tribe, how you feel and what you think. All that shit is your spirit. But then your body is your body. You can't change if you black, white, big boned, high metabolism, you know, big feet, all that shit you can't change. These genetic traits, mind, body. Then soul is how you connect it to the pole
Mm-hmm.
of life. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's a karmic debt that you have, and infinite energy recycles. So whether
Mm,
this the only life you remember or whatever, hey, don't take it from me. I'm not trying to teach you nothing. But if you want to look up what I'm saying, infinite energy never dies. You've always been recycling.
mm,
You, your whole bloodline, and your whole lineage. If you want to smash you and all your damn family members to one person, you do that. But if you want to look and say, hey, I've had many lives and all that, but see, that's where we get it beside ourselves. See, we got people who looking into all this extra shit and they ain't even looking to be the best person in life.
yeah.
In the life we living right now. You know. So
Mm,
that's where we gotta just be information with our information. That's why I say that all the time, because being information with the information make you not want to blur the lines. You see what I'm saying? I'm information with my information. I'm not information with what they call it when they give you steps in ROTC and from the drill sergeant. Your
I don't know.
artillery, right?
Yeah.
What they
Oh,
call?
okay.
Yeah. And they tell you, oh yeah, I know how to be information. Live, right. You understand what I'm saying? But see, your
Mm-hmm.
information comes from the light of your mind. The light bulb go off in your mind, and then you fall information with that information that come out of your mind. See, when you have a thought in your mind, that thought should go to your hands and your feet should follow that thought out of your mind. You remember we was on the phone with my brother that got out the feds a couple of weeks ago, and we was talking, and I was like, yeah, then I'm doing the fish farm, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
started
Yeah. Yeah.
telling
Yeah.
him
Yeah. Yeah.
other stuff, and he stopped and he said, damn, bro, you was talking about this 20 years ago. Bro, you do what you say. That's why I love you. Like the things but a lot of people say things for other reasons other than prospering or growing and development. I'm huge on growth and development. Being information with your information is the first step of growth and development. How do you feel about that statement I just made?
No, that's absolutely right, man. You know, self development is always should be the first step. It's always, check ourselves with this thing. And I was thinking, with this AI thing, because AI is here to stay right now, Key. Like it's not going anywhere, right? So how can
So
we
so do you think that? And I'm sorry. No, go ahead, finish. I'm sorry.
like
Salute to the
how do
OG
we
Philly too in the building.
yeah, salutes. Like how do we now benefit, off of now AIs being
Well,
here?
I want to say this because I think I don't think I'm better than nobody. I just think I'm who I am. And I know I'm
Mm,
here for a purpose, right? So we integrated it to a burning house. This wasn't our world before we integrated into a burning house. We had our own worlds. We had people who, it was just this dude that lived up the street. He didn't wear shoes. He never combed his hair, but he had this quality about him, you know. And before we start trying to conform to the European way of life or the United States of America way of life type of shit, this system that we
mm,
in, we didn't think everything they advertised to us was our world. So
mm,
if we just ignore that shit in the die, they gonna go with what the people do. See, if I put out, notice all the products that's been put out that the people didn't take heed to, it died out. So now we're looking at AI, we saying, man, it ain't going nowhere. Man, we gotta get with it. See, niggas did that with Bitcoin and shit too.
mm,
But once niggas caught on to Bitcoin and say, damn, Bitcoin ain't making no money. The only niggas who making money from Bitcoin is the niggas who getting the last 10 niggas money who put money into Bitcoin.
mm,
Bitcoin don't serve as no product. Bitcoin don't provide no service. Bitcoin ain't gambling with nothing to grow. The only niggas who get money out of Bitcoin is the niggas who ripping the last 10 motherfuckers off. Okay, T Riggers, I'm rich. So Bitcoin. So I'm putting you in. Give me your $1,000. Okay,
mm,
now you go get me 20 other people. That's gonna bring $20,000. So I'm gonna give you 15 of it. That's the only way Bitcoin can work. How else can it work?
mm. It's like pyramid
See,
scheme.
we gotta stop letting them set the stage for us. And we gotta understand how the power of the mind. See, these people are advertising to us 24/7. They're
Mm,
hypnotizing their adversary. And we're like, oh man, this cool, man. I gotta go try this new milkshake. I gotta go try these new cookies whole time. That shit killing your ass. You know, it's
yeah.
like putting rat poison down for rats and putting what rats like to eat. A little animal or something rats like to eat. Make it
T.
look like a grasshopper or some shit. But it's poison the whole time. This is what we doing while we sitting here fighting amongst each other with people who are trying and putting forth the effort to break. We all fucking have shortcomings, man. If some of us was, man, if two of us was really on some God level type shit, two of us could have saved all of us. We all fucked up. So let's stop it all at one point, brother, and let's just get it together. Let's put this shit in order.
Yeah.
Okay, you niggas is with the NOI and shit. Y'all organized like that. Y'all gonna be ready to move when some shit go down. Okay, cool. Okay, y'all niggas the nerds. Y'all been to the HBUs, CUs, and all that shit. Y'all know the Mason shit and all that. Okay, well, when we get ready to infiltrate that, we finna come with y'all with that. Okay, now I got these little gang bangers over here. Hey, stop killing each other. I'm gonna need y'all niggas to be on deck. Next time a little girl get violated or a young brother get violated by the police, start shooting up everything. Ain't no questions asked. Ain't nothing to talk about. Huh? Do we want to make some change or do we just want to keep fucking talking? Because the niggas who want to keep talking, they ain't doing nothing but doing you worse than a white man. You know why? Because they're looping you inside of a rhetoric that they're producing and they making money off you now. That's like a person saying, don't go outside and let the slave catch you, catch you. I'm going to talk to him for you. Whole time they turning you into the fucking slave and they feeding you off the money, slave catcher, and they making money off what they getting for feeding you to the slave catcher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Come on, man. What we doing?
I mean, yeah, man, we're definitely in a system, and I would say this, key to keep everything, because I'm hella optimistic. Do you know what I mean? I have a big imagination, you know, and I'm extremely proud of all of us here. You know, anyone, you know, the awakening, you know, is a physical thing and it can be a spiritual thing. And the physical thing is when we went through the 19 event, right? That awakening, that awakening of truth, you know, of people now
that was a
sitting back.
beautiful thing.
It was
It
a
drove a
beautiful
lot of
thing.
people toward the middle. But I want to say this. Now, I'm not upset with nobody about nothing and nothing. Like, look, see, people, look, I'm gonna put it like this. I'm going by the scale. If that shit say 100 pounds, I'm not saying it's 150. I'm not calling it 90. I'm calling it 100 pounds. So, but look, I ain't come for no peace. It ain't peaceful. So I got my sword out. You see what I'm saying? So I'm optimistic and shit like that, but I'm also realistic. I'm not much optimistic as I am realistic. You know, I met you on YouTube. Me and you ain't never met face to face and none of that, but you have daily conversations and shit with my family and all that shit. I'm the same nigga. I talk just like this with them. And that's what I want to show. You have to find the intent behind the action. You know, that's where we gonna be at. I see a lot of shade being thrown on a lot of people when the reason that everyone came to YouTube, and if I'm wrong, then email me or put it in the chat or something. If I'm wrong, every single one of you who listening to the sound of my voice are here because of some form of interest about some type of information. It could have been Pan-Africanism. It could have been growing marijuana. It could have been, you know, how it could be where white people came from. A nigga could, you know, it could have been anything. But we all here because of how bright and how intelligent we are. And what these people have done was made our meeting ground a burial site. And they don't never have to visit no more because we gonna kill each other. Let's not do that. Let's control the control opposition and show how intelligent and how brilliant, how smart, how brave, how strong, and how powerful we are. And I'm sorry, my brother. I just had to say that, man. I'm gonna give you the mic, bro. Salute.
Oh no, man, no, man, no. You know, it's just we're having the conversation. This is what this is for. You know, this is getting everything off our chest and our minds to the people. You feel me? And you know, when I think that all of us are here, you know, so we can figure this thing out here, right? Because one of us has the answer to this problem we have, that we all have here. It's a problem, right? And it's a parasitical problem. And so once we rid this parasite that's plaguing the whole world here, it's not just us now. Yeah, it's plaguing everyone because everyone's divided, right? That means that the parasite is working when the division is happening. So the more that we come together as a whole, you know, no matter of your race or your color, you know, your religion, you know, and you know, come together. And so we can actually have a solution and solving this problem that we have here. Because obviously there's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And the ones that want to keep us divided, well, you're part of the problem. You're ones that want to keep lying academically. No, that's a problem. You know, that's division. You know, let's bring this together as a whole so we can move mountains. I land right there.
Yeah, because you know, it's a shame that a lot of our brothers have lost opportunities, um, you know, that they was looking for in life. And see, when they made, see, they did this for a reason, but we gotta counteract this shit because when they made social media, see, we was protesters. They took the protesters and made them posters. Posters, people who post. When you post something, that means I'm keeping you still. I'm trying to show y'all how sound, energy, frequency, and vibration work. So when you say, "Oh, these people witches, warlocks, they got magic," no, they know the shit. What I'm telling you, I'm gonna turn you into a poster, and you like, hell yeah, I get to get up, I get to talk to my family, I can post how I feel. I'm gonna get likes from this shit to see how. But you don't know that now you're a fucking still image. You're glamorizing having this good ass image like Jordan dunking on a motherfucker when you should just be dunking on a motherfucker. Let the other people take the picture. You a poster child.
Mm. Good point.
You're a poster child. So they had this shit in their mind. This is how they're able to direct the energy, and they've really turned us against each other. So we can even say, man, racism, they just throw racism in our face, but you never really actually see a white person unless you just hear a white person saying niggas or something, or you just see a police kill somebody. But most of the fucking racism is done amongst our own people.
Yeah.
It's another nigga telling you, man, you broke as hell, nigga. You woo de woo de woo de woo de woo. Nigga, you fuck white women, nigga. Woo de woo de woo. Nigga, you a Christian, nigga. What the woo de woo de woo. Nigga, your house ain't like mine. Nigga, you eat this. Nigga, you eat that. Nigga, you light skinned. Nigga, you from here. I'm an East Coast nigga. You a West Coast nigga. Until we can deal with those issues and problems, I don't want to deal with an outside entity. I can't worry about some shit that's going on outside my house. When my children fighting each other every day, I gotta deal with this first. Because we having issues outside because my children fighting with each other. If they knew the value of each other and the value of protecting each other when they went outside, then I wouldn't have to worry about shit. I mean, I'm just trying to say, I think like maybe the shit I'm saying sounds stupid. So I don't know. That's why I haven't been. Maybe I should be quiet, or I don't know.
No, yeah, no, you should never be quiet. I mean, you know, never be quiet. We're always going to you know, speak our mind, you know, get our point across. But let's let's think about this here. You know, when I'm looking at this, right? I'm looking at the plays that have been ran. Okay, so um we got what's the brother's name? Carmelo. We've got Norton Senior.
Right.
Is there another? There's another play out there that I can't grab, right? But let's just say there's another play just like Carmelo and Norton Senior. You know,
Right.
so I'm looking at the play, so I'm like, oh, so you're giving us this vibe that you're trying to push something. You know, you're trying to push more of this hate for one another. You know, you want to keep this division going. But I think that as we keep moving forward, I think a lot of these plays that they're running and illusions or whatever it might be, you know, that humanity is doing a good job of seeing right through this thing. You feel me? So we're going to come to a point somewhere, you know, I don't know when, you know, but somewhere where everyone's going to realize, hey, man, our backs are against the wall.
Right. You know, well, I don't think it's gonna come to a point. I think it's gonna take something to trigger it because we're all looking for shit to trigger us. Now people get triggered off their emotions and shit. And see, men this is my issue with some of the shit men do. Cause men like, man, women doing this and woot the woot, and then they acting like the women. But a woman acting like a woman, wanting to ask extra questions, complaining about stuff, that don't make a woman a bitch. That make a woman a woman. It make you niggas a bitch ass nigga when you start doing what a woman do. And then I'm gonna fall back again because I really ain't got nothing nice to say. I'm gonna let the co-host take the wheel. You got it too, Rick.
You know, Dreads said something the other day. You know, the problems, right? And he was saying, like, he said, us men are the problems. Like, if we want to make women get right, he was like, well, then stop going to strip clubs. Stop doing, stop going to strip clubs, and watch how women now will adjust because
I
we're
mean, you really
feeding that.
ain't gotta do that though. Like it's just like you saw what happened when you said the statement you said on the line with my family, right? Now you
Mm,
saw how when my cousin charged up,
yeah,
my grandfather was like, "Oh shit, that pissed her off." So I need to
yeah,
watch
yeah,
what
yeah.
I need to say. Then that's when I came in and said, "Hell no, you the man of the family. You say what the fuck you want to say." And T. Riggles was just stating an opinion. He can say what the fuck he want to say. You, cousin, shut your fucking mouth. You don't realize that you influencing a man to feel a certain type of way. So now you making a man not be a man, and then you wonder why ain't no men around. Cause all the niggas who wanna be around, they gonna not be men around y'all, right?
Mm,
I
mm,
can't be a
mm.
man because she ain't gonna let me around. I'm gonna do what she wanna hear because I wanna feel good too. I wanna do what I wanna do to her, and I want her comfortable. Fuck all that. I ain't come
Yeah,
to play.
yeah, that was a good conversation with your family too, man. And shouts
Oh
out to
yeah.
you, man. That was you
Oh yeah,
know,
you family, bro. You
yeah.
know,
I mean,
everybody need to know that.
oh yeah. I mean, look, man, and you have a very large family, and you know, you're as they said, you're the favorite. So yeah, and I see why. You know, you're very outspoken and opinionated.
Hey T Riggers, they think I be tripping on YouTube. Like I remember what's his name? Dude from DC that was on Sanchez channel. He like, man, I love your character on YouTube. I was like, nigga, I ain't got no damn character. I'm Keith.
Huh. Yeah.
I'm not a YouTube nigga. I'm a nigga on YouTube. You better get this shit right. I'm the same way. I taught my mama. I talk like this. I'm who I am. And I
Mm.
think that and I don't want to really make that an issue or nothing because I get it. Like a lot of people who make a name, like I get it. That's cool. That's being an artist. Like, hey, I'm such and such, and I ain't really saying that. It ain't about what you do. It's about your intention. So anybody who came to YouTube with a certain agenda, hey, I just came to grow weed. Hey, I just came and my name's Master X, or I'm not speaking against y'all. I'm speaking against the people who have ill intentions. You know, that's who I'm speaking against. Because what we need to realize now is they are already ahead of the game. So right now, it's all about. I want to say this, right? I gotta say this. It's all about your soul. That's the last thing to take hold of. I want to tell everybody this. I want to interrupt the stream. I want to tell everybody this. They already have your mind. They already have your body. They can't never get your soul because there's not a physical soul, and they only physical people. But what they can do is put you in a world, in a artificial world where they got the souls and then y'all on hard drives. See, now we're in the age of augmented reality. And the reason that we wasn't in the age of augmented reality before, because every time we have a new these full moons and what they showing us, these pink moons and all this, the reason they change in colors because we're getting a deeper element or aspect of levels of light. This is why they portray the past as black and white. The reason they portray the past as black and white, even though you knew it wasn't black and white, there wasn't this total spectrum or expandance of light. There was not a possibility for 4G. There was not a possibility for 5G, 6G, 7G. The earth is expanding. It's like a big belly. It's almost time for a birthing to happen. So when these people telling you Christ's gonna return, all this stuff. See, the Bible is an allegory, but it's a true story. It's an allegory of a true story. This stuff is happening. The earth is not asking how you feel, or it's not giving an option. The earth will recycle itself. So right now we have a lot of individuals who have anxiety problems. I can't go to sleep. I can't put my phone down. I can't stop thinking. Man, I can't have sex, man. It don't work, man. My mind, and that's because what you resist persists, right? What you running away from, you're gonna turn around and run into. The best thing to do right now is to be pure. Let go of resentment. Overstand that you just a person, man. Like, damn, man, my parents did this or whatever. They just people, man. Like the story of Christ was saying. Let's stop trying to figure out if Christ was really here or all that. Let's take the value from the story and let's utilize it. Because now we just gonna be arguing about some shit that happened 2,000 years ago, which neither one of us was there. See, that's keeping us from actually producing something. Let's just be better. Because the reason that we don't have a culture and we don't have a dog in the fight is because we saying black people weak as a whole is because black people weak individually. So once we all get strong individually, there'll be a strong fence there, man. And I don't want to hog the mic too much. Good brother, go ahead, man. You got it.
No, I got a question. I got a question for you, Key. So because you mentioned mental health. You feel me? That's a really big issue that plagues our people, right? That plagues people in general. Do you think AI could solve that problem for us?
No. And I'm gonna say this, like, it can help. Like, listen, I'm gonna put it to you like this. It can't be a found. The only thing that can solve something would have to be a foundational fix. See, I could bring you some food every day to your house, right? That's not me solving your issue. But if I taught you how to bring food to yourself, that'll be solving the issue, right?
Right.
Right. AI is incapable of doing that because you feel me? I don't know if that answer your question, but
No, I've never asked AI, could you solve the schizophrenia problem? You know, I've never asked AI that. I don't really.
I
I
mean,
try
it will
not to,
give you the answer that it wants you to hear.
because and this is where I'm 50-50, because I think that with the people that deal with AI, because it's normally going to be with our children. You know what I'm saying? Even after we're gone, like AI still gonna be here. So I feel like that this is very important that we nip something in the butt with AI. So how, like you said, to remain pure. See, because AI to me is a representation of us. AI can gather all of this information from all the other websites and different computers, and that action is what we can do. We can gather all this information from the ethers, through meditation, or, through your studies, and, and you can do the
Right.
same, you can do the
And
same
then you
thing.
know what, T Wiggles?
Yeah.
See, we using AI, we trying to use a cheat code because we trying to play in a world that we created. See, this is why it say be in the world but not of it. Because every time we create a hypothetical question, we create an alternate reality. See, that's where we at right now. Every time we create a hypothetical question, we create an alternate reality. And when people create alternate realities, we start to embark on those alternate realities. You see what I'm saying? Hey, salutes, my brother. Rashad, salute, man. Join the panel with us, man. We only got a few minutes. And salutes to Diva. Y'all could go ahead and join the panel. Salute. But so we create an alternate reality. See, when man life, we supposed to be compatible with life. Life goes one way, but then when man don't be compatible with life, when man say, well, I know man and woman make a baby, but I just want to be with a man. So now man gotta make a medicine that's gonna keep him from getting sick and dying while he hitting a man in the back door and getting the sicknesses that he get. I'm gonna make sense. See, man, see, the spiral is a ring. A spring is a ring. A spring goes in a spiral. That's the spiritual compatibility that goes with the earth. But man got bored and started to bow the ring backwards. When a man get boring, he bow the ring backwards, and then he start doing his own thing. This is the spiritual warfare. See?
Because let me ask you this, because all right, so there's 4 main AIs, right? There's 4. I think US has one, Russia has one, China has one, and someone else has one, right? And how this AI, it's linked to an actual brain, right? With all the wires coming out of it and all of this, right? So, and my question to you, Key, right? With these 4 major ones that are connected to a brain, right? Do you think that one of these AIs could have somewhat of a spiritual awakening?
Nah, but what I can promise you that the AI has is a spirit, you know what I'm saying, that's in it, because I don't want people to think that you know, this some new technology and it's something that's here to help us. Like, these are the energies or um spirits of old. This is old ancient technology. There's an
Mm,
old energy attached to this who's saying, you know, let me keep my energy here so I can be able to come back, you know what I'm saying, to have my presence here forever, even though it's not physically coming back. Every time we give praise or reverence or I'm gonna see. Do you want to know what the first form, one of the first forms of AI was? It's
huh.
the zodiac wheel.
Mm,
Yeah, it's a pattern that people attach themselves to, and then they sit up and they tell you how the fuck you feeling every day. And then you start saying, yeah, I'm a Capricorn, man. You know, I don't play that shit. So every time I gotta be a Capricorn. This is what Capricorns do. See, it puts you in the algorithm, and now you ain't even being your fucking self no more. You being how this shit telling you how you supposed to be. You see what I'm
mm,
saying? This is a
yeah, yeah.
spiritual warfare. My sword
You,
out. I ain't come to play.
you know, it's funny that you mentioned that
But hey,
because I
hey, hey,
was,
hey, 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 I got my sword. But if you listening, T Riggers, right?
you just cut out. You mute your mic. You mute your mic. You mute your mic. You just muted. Key, you just muted your mic.
I,
There
I,
you
I
go.
muted my mic.
Yeah, there you go. Start from the
Hey,
beginning.
yeah. So my sword out, right? But
Yeah.
it's shaped like a switch. shout out, shout out to yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, nah, real talk, man. And I'm happy to have this conversation. And I'm happy to have it in the manner that we're having it because
Mm,
you know it's upsetting to me. So for me to just go on and just rant about how I feel about stuff can sometimes shed a light on me like I'm crazy or um influenced by something else or whatever. I'm only influenced by
mm,
my passion that I have for my people and the love that I have for my people. That's why
mm,
I see, like a woman introduce you to her family, like Cuz said earlier, so her family can tell her if you good for them or not. But when a
mm,
man introduce you to their family, that's them showing you like, shit, nigga, this the real deal. This is what you get.
hmm.
Cause I ain't coming on YouTube portraying a thing. If you see me act the same way in front of my mama, I mean, who else would I act different for? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Here's
yeah,
another
man.
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's another question, Key. Here's another question, Key. Right? Because you know, through the predictive programming, right? There's a video game, right? But and it's called Assassin's Creed. Okay.
Hmm.
Now in this video game, right? The character would lay down into this like somewhat machine, and then let's say it's AI, right? And now the AI will basically invoke one of your past lives and be able to experience it as you lay down in this machine.
Nah, but look,
Do you
this, I
do you think
nah.
that
Go ahead. Go ahead.
do
Go
you
ahead.
think that would be good for humanity or bad for
I think
humanity?
that'd be bad.
Okay.
I think that'd be bad because things are the way they are for a reason. So if we had a past life, it's a reason that we have another life and come into it and don't remember it. See, that's like me saying I could have sex with my woman tonight, right?
Hmm.
And instead of me having to wait 9 months for the baby, we can have this shit in 2 weeks. T Riggles, that's bad. They don't make it, oh, well, she ain't got to be pregnant long. It's going, hell no, nah, man. It's throwing off the course of a process of life.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that with the
It's
baby.
not godly. It's not of God. It's not, it's man. What man trying to do? It is what it is. I had a
Mm,
past life. See, if I get inserts of my past life and all that, that's good enough for me. Just
Mm.
knowing that I had one is good enough. I don't have to know where I was at, who was my wife, all that type of shit. Because guess what? I got to have a wife in this life. I got to have a house in this life. I got to be who I am in this life. Me knowing that I had a past life tells me, oh shit, man, we keep recycling. That's
Mm.
good enough. That's good enough.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
That's more than good enough because everybody don't get that. So you have to feel special when you know that these people been lying to you, telling you, man, if you die, you just gonna go to heaven and hell, and that's it, or whatever. Now, when I say that, don't get me wrong. After you die, you are gonna have a cosmic debt to pay or a cosmic payment to receive. So that's what's gonna be your fucking heaven and hell. And you're gonna condemn your motherfucking self when you die. Excuse my language, people. It's a late night. This nation want love out the dark, man. Hey,
right.
I'm gonna be just I'm gonna keep my composure and all that during the day. Ain't no kids around. I'm drinking beer and I'm smoking weed and I'm chopping it up with my homeboy and I'm chopping it up with my people. My whole 1,500 people who subscribe to me, I love them. Those people rock with me. They've been with me. They support me. They send money. And the money don't go in my pocket, but guess what? The money helped me do stuff for children and stuff. The money, shout out to Katrina, shout out to everybody, man, who support me. Guess why? Because I take that and I do stuff like I go and I give all children who don't got gifts for the year gifts. And I don't even, I put key verse Santa Claus. And then I teach children about the paganism with it from Christmas. But at the same time, I don't let the children whose families celebrate Christmas and who got it better off than the children who don't make them feel bad and make like they ain't nothing. I'm a light bearer. I came to light candles. Anything else is uncivilized to me.
All right, because just to switch, not to switch the topic, but like here's the thing with for me, Key, right? Anyone that says racism isn't real and it's a figurative of our imagination, right? Right now, I have artillery here because, and this is how I'm explaining to you how there's racism. How come the Diddy list is about to come out before the Epstein list? Can someone make sense to me?
What I want to say about you brought up a very good point, and this is what I want to teach people. It's not about exactly what's happening. It's about us understanding sound, frequency, and vibration. This is why they told you in the beginning there was darkness. Then there was the word, and the voice of God said, "Let there be light." Then light showed up. This is sound, frequency, and vibration, what I'm telling you. So if you think of things in that aspect, this is what Nikola Tesla figured out. Everything works on frequencies. So we need to be worried about that. We're worried about too much physical, tangible things. And guess what that do? It makes us man, what's the word for it? Surface level. It makes us pig, it makes us have a pig mentality. Okay. Everything I'm saying, I'm syncing it together with syncretism, but I'm using etymology at the same time. So it makes us focus on surface level things. And when we focus on surface level things, we focus on the pigment of a thing. Pigs is a nasty, slothful beast. And I can't call it animal because it's not It's not original.
Mm.
It's genetically modified, just like your cow, just like your chicken. It's genetically modified. So when I have a pig mentality, focusing on pigment, it gives you a dirty mind. It gives you a mind like, you know, not like a lot of people think about people who smoke weed, curse, have sex with a lot of women. They're not really understanding that, yo, you're sitting up here pushing the processes of this country. You're also eating things that's killing you. You're eating things that's not food. This nation want to live out the dark. I'm gonna say it like this: you eating shit that's not food. You're literally eating shit because you're eating a fucking pig who eats shit. You are what you eat. So I ain't gonna tell you you ain't shit because you is the shit, like you like to say. Now let's make it make sense. Am I lying or am I telling the truth, T? Because I just want to know, because I'll be quiet.
No. You touching on something there, you know, with the food and everything. Yeah. But like, look, like you said, man, we're this we don't have like a per se topic. You know, we're having this, you know, grown man conversation. So sorry to jump around like I'm jumping around. So
Hey man, you
overall,
do what you
Key,
want to do, man. You know, this your house too, brother. You go wherever you want to go, however you want to, brother. You got it.
so overall, right? So you think overall AI is bad for us?
Yeah, because I gotta go off foundation. So
Mm,
what
mm,
AI is doing is just getting off the merging of man with machine. And see, we already had this. See,
mm,
we had this
mm,
back in the day when we can look at those pharaohs and shit on the wall with these big ass helmets and shit on their head and all that. See, we already had it. But see, the whole machine thing is I mean, you know, it's gonna a lot of people gonna say, well, I ain't got but one leg, so shit. I like my mechanical leg, or you know, I got dementia, man. So, you know, now I can think and talk like you. And you know, I know all
mm,
this, but see, people think the way shit is the way shit is the way how shit's supposed to be. So when we talking about God, I know a lot of people like to place a physical being with God, and you know, God, a man is sitting in the sky, or
mm,
God this and God that. When I think about God, I just think about the spiral of energy of how things supposed to go. I don't think about a person. I don't think about judgments. I don't think about none of that. Cause
mm,
God ain't gotta judge you. He already told you, nigga, if you jump up, you gonna fall down. If your ass jump in the water, you better come up and get some breath every once in a while. The laws of nature are the laws of nature.
mm, mm.
They don't change. It's not. So we're sitting here having these arguments amongst each other, and that's the fall of man because man just won't be compatible with nature. The seasons come the way the seasons come. But don't you see, we got people who, man, man, you know, I'm gonna make winter go a little longer. See what I'm saying?
Mm. Yeah, yeah,
All this shit. So
yeah.
this the world we living in. So we'll start thinking about God. And man, thank you, God, for this job you gave me. God ain't gave you no job. Man, God ain't gave a fuck about no job. Oh, thank the Lord for blessing me with this new job. The Lord bless me with my paycheck. The Lord bless me with God don't give a fuck about none of that shit. God don't give a fuck about the chili cheese fries you eat, the milkshake you drink, or the amount of money you get from your fucking job. Why? Because that wasn't in the original world that was created. You trying to equate shit from another world that was created from the minds of man.
Mm, mm.
Nature is nature.
Right, right. And now, since you're talking about nature, right? Like my last question, right? My last question, because you're talking about nature now. Like, so do you agree or disagree that this full moon that we're having, does it have an effect on us or it doesn't have an effect on us?
Yeah, yeah. The moon has an effect because, and I'm gonna try to explain this the best way possible. The reason that all these moons have been different colors is because as time goes on, this is why we in the age of AI right now. Uh,
Mm.
we're in the age of augmented reality. So think about a 6-point star, but then think about a 6-point star with the 3 lines on top, like a crown. The 6-point
Mm.
star will be Christ, and the 3 lines on top will be the crown. See, this is like Christ returning. Christ is king. So in 2020, when they said Christ has returned with the corona, with the thing, I ain't gonna say
Yeah,
it, with the thing. So
right.
so they telling you right, but they not telling you it's an allegory to the story. So now there's a full spectrum of light. We didn't have a full this level of light in 2000 or 1990. So it wasn't no way to
Mm.
make 5G because it
Mm.
wasn't that much levels of light available.
Mm. So
It
you
was levels
basically,
of light available, but it wasn't room for it. See, everything go on a bandwidth, and see, 5G is just a band. That's the 5th band. See, remember we was on 3G, then we went to
yeah.
4G. 3G was
Mhm.
like walkie-talkies and stuff. Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, so the reason we got the 5G and stuff like that, because see, when we get to the 7th band, see, if you read the Bible, it says the seals are gonna be broken. Don't believe what I'm saying. Do your research so you can agree with me and say, Key, I agree with you. Not Key, I learned this from you. I'm not teaching nobody nothing. I don't want to be responsible for that. Look at what I'm saying and do your comparison. The bands will be, the seals will be open. But
Mm.
also these seals are also going to cause destruction because people are going to be using it in the wrong way, and that's not compatible with nature. Just because I can
Mm.
make a video and I can make Donald Trump say what I want him to say, now it's funny to me and funny to the people I showed it to, but there's going to be some type of repercussions behind that. Fake shit is real now. We have to understand that we're living in a time of augmented reality, and this is the time where we have to be diligent. We have to be prayerful, mindful, and even if you don't pray at the end and say in Jesus' name, amen, you just better be praying and speaking what they call it when you speak positive words to yourself, brother.
Affirmations, positive affirmations.
Affirmations, you better just be doing that. You better do something. Okay, it's the same thing. Meditating, all this. We all going to the same place, taking different routes. And a nigga want to be mad and say, "Man, you gonna take the highway? Man, you a bitch ass nigga, man. You should take these back roads with me. You with your family, I'm with mine. Okay, good brother. You go. I know your vehicle can't handle this terrain, so go ahead, bro. I got enough gas and I got good ass tires, so we gonna take this back way. I'll see you when we get there. Okay, okay, peace. I
Mm.
love you, my brother. Why we can't do that? See
Mm.
what I mean?
Mm. 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 Yeah, that's deep. Yeah, well, that's all the really questions I got for you, Key. You know, I don't like talking too much about the
Hey man,
Trinity.
I think we did a great job. I think we good where we at. My brother Metalface Doom, man, my brother, salute, much love and respect.
Salute.
R1, I see you out there. If anybody want to join to just come up, man, and just say what's up or whatever for a little minute, we can do that. But I won't be having many bills like this. honestly wanted to touch on everything that I wanted to touch on. I wanted to show my supporters and followers and subscribers that I can actually deal with situations without letting my emotions get in the way. Because I do want to be, I am a big brother in the community, so it do matter how I deal with things. So, and I appreciate my big brothers. I appreciate T. Riggles. I appreciate the Enemy's Public. My cousin Larry Collins, salute. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody who give me insight and stuff like that. And we gonna drive this ship the same way. You know, even my brother, brother Sanchez, you know, we had these talks daily, man. And you know, I just want to bring some type of structure, you know, at least when it comes to my platform and the people I deal with. So, you know, with that being said, salutes to everybody. If y'all want to come up before we get out of here, feel free to do that. But y'all get ready because I'm about to bring some real huge to YouTube, man. We about to have 607 versus Bro Sanchez in a debate. This gonna be real huge, man. Make sure y'all get ready for that. I'm gonna keep y'all posted on that. And we got a lot of things coming. Shout out to my brother Nasir, the Enemy's Public. We got special guests coming from him. And I'm gonna fall back, man. Make sure y'all please like, share, subscribe, support the channel. Much love and respect. You already know what it is. My brother T. Riggles, man. You take it from here.
Hey man, I love having these conversations, you know, where, you know, man, just get here and sit down and break it all down, you know. So, and thank you for having me, Key. I appreciate it, man. You know, I mean, much love to you and your fams, you know, much love to the chat, you know, because I don't see the chat. I'm engaged with the conversation, you know. My bad, chat, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? The chat is undefeated. It's always
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
undefeated out
You
here.
know, the chat be the bloodline and the veins. The chat just keep the
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
pumping. And we didn't have many people tonight because it wasn't the show that I advertised. I advertised last night.
Mm, mm,
And so what I'm going to focus on now is just going live. I won't really be advertising when it comes to other people, because I don't want to just keep saying we going live and we not. So when we
mm.
do some things on this channel, you're just gonna see me pop up. But when it pop up, it's gonna be good. I promise y'all that. Um, but yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got. I appreciate you, T. Riggles, man. Make sure you put your channel link in the chat before we go, man, so that you know the people can sub up to you. You know, I'm pretty sure that they're you know, intrigued by you know, just your whole overall persona, man, and shit that you contribute to the channel. I appreciate you, man. Much love and respect. You can give them your info now, and then I'm gonna go to a song to take us out with when you done.
Oh yeah, man. Just T underscore Wriggles underscore B in the YouTube. I'm also on TikTok. Same thing. You know, you can see the image I got next to the lion. You know, because I'm roaring out here a little bit. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Sub up. Check me out. Leave a comment.
Most deaf, man. Salutes to everybody, man. We will be tapping back in soon. I don't want to give a time or anything, man, but I really appreciated being back. Um, you know, just having you guys tapping in the chat, building with my brothers. You know, it's nothing like it, man. Salutes to y'all. Much love and respect. And you know, I will be posting on Facebook. I will be posting on YouTube. And man, make sure y'all check me out, man. Bro Sanchez TV coming soon. Salutes. Much love and respect.
Much love.
What trying to glitch that town, but the nigga who can hold his own. Since I was 10 years old, I had to hold the crown. Cause ain't nobody in my hood playing fair. You fuck up, niggas gon' wait some shirts like trouble here. Mama wonder why nigga was staying in trouble here. Now I'm surviving, they say they know me everywhere. I done came a long way, some grinding and crack spot. I used to play security room straight in my crack pot. Not today, security is a man. Thank God, plus I'll get your T. That shit puts me on the top. All nation love me like I'm being too far. I ain't gangsta, watch her call the kid too far. Well, I can sing more red than you got. I used to be the on the block. I choose now, I can't stop. Ace until my casket drop. She'll never ever stop till I'm sitting on top of it. Oh man, that was a disservice, man. Let me do this the way it's supposed to be done. That was Life and Times, featuring Kato Beats. Salutes to y'all, man. Much love and respect. I'm gonna run that verse one more time. I can't play the complete song right now because it's in the process of getting mastered and it's about to be out. So make sure y'all look for Life and Times by Key Norfolk featuring Kato Beats. Salutes, much love and respect. If nobody told y'all they love you, I love y'all. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Salutes to y'all. Much love and respect. And until next time, peace and power.
Peace.
I just get it out. Come on, finally glitch that town, but the nigga who can hold his own. Since I was 10 years old, I had to hold the crown. Cause ain't nobody in my hood playing fair. You fuck up, niggas gon' wait some shirts like trouble here. Mama wonder why nigga was staying in trouble here. Now I'm surviving, they say they know me everywhere. I done came a long way, some grinding and crack spot. I used to play security room straight in my crack pot. Not today, security is a man. Thank God, plus I'll get your T. That shit puts me on the top. All nation love me like I'm being too far. I ain't gangsta, watch her call the kid too far. Well, I can sing more red than you got. I used to be the on the block. I choose now, I can't stop. Ace until my casket drop. She'll never ever stop till I'm sitting on top of it. All I've been trying to do is